safely through to the quarter-final and bringing you right up to date. Yes, Jan or Jorgensen has beaten Rasmus Gemke. We have got the score in there, 22-20 in that second game, 47 minutes. And so it'll be an all-Danish quarter-final in the bottom half of the draw. And of course, the defending champion is also in the bottom half of the draw, Shi Yuqi from China. Well, our next match and the last match of the day is a men's doubles, and it features the two-time former champions, BOE and MOGENSEN, playing their last ever tournament together. They're up against the World Championships silver medalists, KAMURA and SONODA from Japan. So the Danes, well, it was only announced, I think it was a week ago, that they were going to end their partnership. 2019 is their 16th year in this men's doubles partnership, which was formed in the beginning of 2004. And what a career they have had. 4 finals here at the All England Championships, twice winners in 2011 and 2015. Olympic silver medalists in London 2012, 2 World Championship medals. The list of achievements goes on and on. And for many Danish fans, they will be hoping this is not the last ever match together, because their opponents are World Championship silver medalists as well. Keigo Sonoda, 29 years of age, last month, born in Yatsushiro City in Kumamoto Prefecture on the island of Kyushu. His partner is also 29 years of age. He was born in Karatsu City in Saga region on the island of Kyushu, the southwesternmost of the 4 main islands. And they are 1 place down from their career high of number 2, currently number 3. And it was all Japanese affair in the first round against Takura Hoki and the left-handed Yugo Kobayashi. 3 games needed there. It was very convincing in the deciding game, having lost the second. And they're fresh from success last week in that they reached the final in Germany. So to the left-handers, a 38-year-old Matthias BOE, born in Fredrikssund, but brought up in Odense. And their world ranking has gone down yet another place this week to 22. But they did spend a total of 68 weeks as world number 1. Carsten Mogensen, 35 years of age, born in Roskilde, which is a city famed as the place where the Danish royal family are turned, and also for a very nice Viking ship museum. I saw a documentary about the Viking ship museum.
It's really a nice one.
Absolutely fantastic. Their first round match was against Choi So-gu and So Seung-jae, the left-hander, and that was 2 straight games. And I think the Koreans only played this tournament. I don't think they're playing together anymore, but they were higher on the world ranking than So Seung-jae, playing with his new partner, Kim Won-ho. So this, the 7th meeting, as you can see, between the 2 pairs, and of the previous 6, the Danes have won 4 of them, including the last, which was the quarter-final of the French Open 2 years ago. And I can't help but wonder, Morten, whether that's significant as we look at our umpire, Gavin Smith from England, our umpire for this one, and Simon Au from Hong Kong. And the reason I say significant, because I think 2 years ago, this men's doubles pair from Denmark we're looking at were playing much better. In fact, a year ago, they reached the All England final. They did.
But the last 12 months has not been good. In all honesty, the last 12 months for the Danish combination has not been the best.
No, it certainly hasn't.
In all fairness, but I'm sure that they are really looking forward to trying to finish with a big bang.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, on my right, Takeshi Kamura, Keigo Sonoda, Japan. On my left, Mathias BOE, Carsten Mogensen, Denmark. Mathias BOE to serve to Takeshi Kamura, Laval. Play. Out.
Starts with a service error. That's
Service
ominous.
over. 1 love.
I can't help smiling when you look at the reaction from the two Japanese. We're going to see that for the next hour. So
Yes, if you're not familiar with Keigo Sonoda, he never stands still. Well, he has to for serving
and receiving, and that's about it.
And apart from that, I wonder how many calories he burns with all his...
Service over.
He's fidgeting and
1 all.
skipping about on the spot.
Service over. 2-1.
We should point out, Morten, that the Danes, despite it being the age 38 and 35, are not retiring from this sport. They're playing with new partners.
They're going into new partnerships, yes. Mathias BOE is going to play with Mads Conrad. And Carsten Mogensen is going to play with Mads Colling.
3-1.
So the top two Danish pairs over the last couple of years swapping partners. Actually, I should think Astrup and Rasmussen are fairly livid with me saying that, because of course they won the China Super 1000 event last year. So for me to say the top two Danish pairs, but consistently the top two Danish pairs over the last 2 years or so.
Astrup and Rasmussen has risen lately.
Yeah.
They've been
Service
sort of in
over.
the top 15, but got into the top 10 and even, you know, higher than that.
Yeah.
5 or 6 on the world ranking, and has done really, really well in the past, let's say, 12 months or so.
Yeah.
That's well left.
Yeah.
3 all.
14th All-England appearance as a pair for BOE and Mogensen. That in itself is astonishing, isn't it? Most careers don't last for 14 years, let alone in one particular partnership.
Change. Change. 4-3.
Yeah, well taken.
But coming back to the 14th, I know you played more than 14th here. at the All England,
5-3.
haven't you?
Did I really?
Yes, you did.
Have you been checking up on me?
I have not been checking up on you, but it's just a hunch.
Yeah, I might have done.
I thought so.
Yeah, I might have done.
Fault. Service over.
But then I started
4,
playing the All-England
5.
very young.
Yeah, me too. That's good play by Morgensen.
Oh, string's gone.
Yep.
I was talking to the army of stringers earlier today, Mark and his team.
Yes.
And already they had done
5,
413 rackets. We've only had one day of competition. 413 re-stringings.
Yeah, but everyone coming from Germany, they're loading it onto them as well.
Well, they do a wonderful job, I have to say, the stringers.
They do. And they're patiently working.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, what a good flick serve from Keigo Sonoda.
6-5.
Well, that's a clever choice, flicking Matthias BOE, because he is moving forward and really looking to be very aggressive on the low services. So it's a good choice to flick him now and again.
Oh. Well, he was committed. I did wonder whether that may have dropped short, that
7-5.
low serve, but Morgensen was committed to returning it.
It's a good drive there. Oh, what a miss. That was an awesome drive there by Sonoda. And KAMURA had
Service
a
over.
fantastic
6,
opportunity. Look
7.
at that one, and then zooming in at the net. But look how he missed that one. That was really well played by Sonoda. Reminds me a little bit about what Xiangnan did yesterday when they played Sukamuljo and Gideon. Xiangnan really had some fantastic flat drives.
Yeah, I watched some of that. I thought he was playing better.
Service over.
I've seen him for
8-6.
several months.
Several months, I would almost say years, in terms of the men's doubles. I really think he played well yesterday.
Yeah, that's good placement of the attack from Morgensen.
Service over. 7-8.
So when you think of the illness and trouble that Morgensen had in April 2016, it's quite remarkable that he's playing at this level at all. I mean, he had a life-threatening brain aneurysm.
Yeah, I had to have the operation in Russia.
That's right.
Service over. 9-7. Service over. 8-9.
This is the complexity of doubles, isn't it? Because in the singles, we've seen some wonderful sort of aggressive and hard-hitting play. In the doubles, these lovely little pushes, just in
small
angles.
touches.
It's so much little touches. It's a fascinating discipline.
It is. It's got so many other facets than what men's singles or singles in total has got. So I agree with you again. You know, it's just a completely different game.
10-8.
And most pairs are so committed to getting the initiative and attack.
Yeah.
Service over. 9-10.
Well, it's his last tournament as men's doubles coach to the Japanese team, Rioni Maneki.
Yep, and this is his last pair of the tournament.
Yeah.
Service over. 11-9. Interval.
So it is KAMURA and Sonoda who have the advantage here in the opening game. 2-point advantage, just 9 minutes played.
Yeah. Endo and Watanabe, they lost earlier today to Govisham and Tanwikong of Malaysia.
Så skal vi have det, så skal vi sætte den ordentligt. Men jeg synes helt ærligt, at vi lukket med det samme så, når han er inde. Giv dem den der løbetur, giv dem den der med, de rigtig ved, hvordan de skal dække. Lige nu står de bare sådan her.
Fordi det der, når vi er nedefra, så vil de gerne have det der stressløft, fordi de er så gode og hurtige på fødderne der. Der hvis der ikke er noget, så man bare har hejse sig eller mapper til slå den ned, så er det fint, fordi så bruger de en masse energi på det.
Hejse den ordentligt nu, så har vi en anden brille med senere.
Jakob Hoy's advice there, Morten?
When the Danes is in a defensive situation, don't try to play two attacking lifts because, again, what we talked about in the men's singles, you're just feeding off the pace. And these two guys from Japan, they're so quick on their feet that it's better to loop it a bit more and make sure that they have nothing to feed on. And here you see a very fine example. But the last run from Matthias Boe, that was too short.
12-9.
Yeah, it's good. Another good flick serve, wasn't it? Oh, yes. Lovely, lovely change of pace from Takeshi KAMURA.
13-9.
Yeah, seems to have some rather heavy strapping on his right shoulder. Doesn't usually have that. That's a little bit concerning.
Service over, 10-13.
And this was a very fine example of how difficult it is to play below the tape. It just dipped below the tape, and that forced the error from the Japanese side.
Out. Service over,
Another service error from the
14-10.
Danes. That might be two. Very first serve of the match was a service error, wasn't it?
It was.
Yeah, indeed it was. The second.
Service over, 11-14.
Service fault called.
Too high. Service over, 15-11.
Yeah, we haven't got the device, we can't see it.
No. That's a great lift off the net cord there.
Service over, 12-15.
Yeah, so far I sense that the points are going with the receiver. So it's all about trying to break that.
Yeah. It's very much their favourite formation, isn't it? KAMURA at the front of the court.
Absolutely.
Service over, 16-12.
But I think that Sonoda has really developed quite nicely around the net. his net play is definitely got better over the past 2 years or so.
Yeah, I agree with that. I have to say, the first time I saw them play, which I think was the German Open back in 2014, and they won the title there, and I thought they were one-dimensional. I thought everything was played at 100 miles an hour, but they have developed since then, and they've got far more to their game.
18-12.
Yeah, at the Thomas Cup last year in 2018, they were into a bit of a rough patch, I think. So they actually chose to split them up and brought in Yuta Watanabe.
To play with Sonoda.
To Sonoda, yes. Which was a very interesting choice by Park
Service
Ji-won,
over,
the coach of Japan.
13-18.
And almost extremely successful. Almost.
Almost, yeah. It was pretty close.
Yeah. Yeah, well taken. That's what Bo does best. The front of the court, reading what's happening.
14-18.
Serve, third shot,
Yeah.
and then finishes off the next one. Oh, that's a good return of serve.
Service over, 19-14.
Oh, what
No,
a
it's just,
return.
I thought that was just wide.
Takeshi
Well, it's
Kamura
called in.
challenge
It's called in.
called in.
But they've challenged. KAMURA and SONODA challenging.
It was a wonderful return. I actually think it's in.
Seems my success rate so far. Oh, I'm right again.
You're right again. You're going up 5 miles here. That's good.
I've got different glasses on today.
Yeah.
That's a great
20.
challenge.
Game
Game point
point.
opportunities.
14.
6 of them
Play.
for the number 3 seeds, KAMURA and SONODA. Oh, well played.
Game.
Yeah. Too quick. The Japanese
First
pair
game won by
for the
Takeshi
Danes in
Kamura
that
and
opening game.
Sonoda, 21-14.
21-14 confirms the umpire in 17 minutes.
Ned langs linjen, de står jo fint dæffen derinde. Men dæffen derinde, det bliver sådan noget med, det er fedt, at de arbejder, men det må ikke være det, der er formålet med det. Det er fint nok, at de også arbejder, men vi skal ind og vise dem, at vi kan gøre noget ved det. De skal lige have den der usikkerhed derinde. Men det er så, at vi går ind og blokker og jager og viser, at vi er der. Så skal også mange nok tage det. Ja. Jeg synes, serven, jeg ved godt, at KAMURA en gang imellem kan lave den her. Men jeg synes, vores server, det er fiske. Men der må vi prøve at vælge en side. Hvis det så går igennem midten, så må vores bagmand tage det. Jeg synes, vi kan bruge fisken i træer. Egentlig bare lige stå stille og roligt. Ja.
Advice to try and slow it down a little bit or take pace out? Not
Actually
really.
not. Actually
No?
not. I thought that was really good advice from Jakob Hoy. Because if they keep trying to take the pace out, if they keep lifting it and lifting high and looping and playing defensive, they will not be able to win. It will be like this 2014, 21-14, 21-16 or whatever.
Court 1, 20 seconds.
I like
Court
you said,
1, 20 seconds.
the defence is only a mean to stay in the match. We have to go in and start challenging them. And I like that.
Yeah. The more attacking play. Challenge at the net?
Second
Or
game.
Challenge in the flat,
ball.
and of course trying to get initiative, start to be
Play.
more aggressive, but try to win, maybe not from the back line, but win in all these mid-court area.
yeah.
Service over. 1 love.
That's another way of doing it. Top of the tape.
Service over. 1-all.
Of course, that's extremely good reaction here by KAMURA.
Oh, yes. Wonderful change of pace, just took all pace out of that shot. Matthias Boll.
But that's the whole purpose, is to get Matthias into it,
Service
into the
over.
interception of these kind of opportunities.
2-1.
And that's what they're trying to build now. I think they were trying to build initiative in order to get BOE in at the net.
Thank you.
And of course, some of the times when the Danes are challenging the two
Other way.
Japanese, they will lose it. There's no doubt that they're very, very quick on it. And it looks like a little bit like suicide, but I think it's still the option.
Yeah. Seems a little more vulnerable
Service
on his
over,
defensive
2
play,
all.
Carsten Mogensen, than he was at his very best.
Oh, when he was at his very, very best, his defense could make any attacker weep. You know, you would be so frustrated playing him because
Yeah.
everything was just coming
Yeah.
back.
Service over. 3-2.
Great serve. And absolutely waiting
Yes.
for the
Change.
defence.
Change.
Knew where it was coming. Look, just
4-2.
standing there casually. Put it away.
Yeah, that was a very, very short action on that one.
Yeah. I absolutely see it, Morten, that they have to get BOE involved at the front of the
5-2.
court.
Yeah, he's the one that can score the points.
Yeah.
And they have to play him in. He will be disappointed with that one.
Service over. 3-5. Four, 5.
Yeah, this is where you can see that the two Danes are not that young anymore, you know, 38 and 35. When they can't get into a situation where these fast, you know, blocks are coming, it's very difficult for them to get forward.
Yeah. Change direction.
Really well played by the two Japanese.
I understand completely what you were explaining about the tactics that Jakob Hoy has suggested. The problem is, and ever since then I've been watching, and I sort of think, well, sometimes how do they get BOE involved? How do they challenge? Because far too often they're forced into the defence.
Yeah, but even from a defensive situation, they sometimes have to challenge, even though it looks like it's suicide. They still have to try to do it.
What do you mean by that? Step into it, or
even when you play from a lower position, you know, and still playing into the mid-court area, or trying to force the shot through the front player or stuff like that, still have to try to do it.
Yeah. So don't just lift. You've got to do something with it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Even from a difficult situation.
Yeah. Well, it's 5 straight points now to the Japanese pair.
Try to give you a few examples if they come.
Service over. 6-7.
Return.
Yeah,
That's
wonderful,
so good.
wonderful return by Sonoda.
Service over. 8-6.
Yeah, good interception.
Service over. 7-8.
Yeah, it's a really good block.
Thank you.
That was a good challenge for initiative.
Yeah. So that drive flat back over the net.
Yeah, he was trying, you know, even though that KAMURA is standing there waiting for it, he's hitting it through him. And he's making that mistake rather than just say, no, no, he's too good, I lift it.
Yeah.
He's going for it, and this one was a winner.
Yep. A little bit of frustration
I can
boiling over.
understand that because it's his absolute best when he's playing good. This is what he's good at.
Yeah.
And I can understand he's frustrated.
Out. Service over. 9-all.
Matthias shouting and Carsten saying, that was really good shouting. Well left.
I think that's the first service error by the Japanese pair, isn't it?
That's the initiative. And that's another one. That's another one there.
Oh, missed opportunity. Did so much right within the rally. And then missed the golden opportunity.
Service over. 10-9.
It was a little bit too casual.
rally.
11-9. Interval.
So to the mid-game interval. Exactly the same scoreline as we had in the opening game at mid-game interval. 11-9.
Det er jo så meget lidt mindre. Der skal næsten ingenting have. Så er den derinde. Helt seriøst, vi skal ind og have det her på ned derfra. Vi får bare ikke nok ud af at slå hårdt. Vi får skåret lidt ind med hende, så kommer vi faktisk fremad på kastspillet. Og vi skal have skåret lidt. Det betyder ikke, vi skal vildt sammen. Hvis vi tager farten en lille smule af, så kan vi bare gøre med lidt godt. For så står det ikke på kontra.
20 seconds. 20 seconds. Be ready to play.
Det er også fint nok her, fordi vi får flyttet den.
Ja, der er noget livsvilje i, fordi vi står sådan her i stedet for at stå hernede bare.
Be ready to play.
Vi skal gøre noget godt.
Something there, Morten, about steepness of shot.
Yes, rather than going for 100% smashes from Carsten Mogensen from the back, maybe go for more half smashes, three-quarter smashes, but make sure they're steep. And then the last remark was, go out there, do something.
Play.
Be creative.
Yeah.
Play your chance.
Make it happen. Yes. Now that's probably one of the ideal shots he was talking about. Not full power, getting it down.
Get it below the tape.
11.
Yep. Yep, super shot. Oh my goodness, that was going miles out the back, wasn't it? Oh, behind the back.
Yeah, but good attack here by Sonoda at the back, and really it was a very difficult situation he was in, but I think he played a good smash, good attack.
When he played that smash, his feet were very near the blue carpet. It must have been miles out.
Better be safe than sorry.
Yep.
Oh, they're playing well now, the Japanese. They're really playing well.
Yeah. And that was my concern to my question just before the mid-game interval, because I felt that the Danes weren't able to implement the tactics that had been suggested.
No, but still it's the chance.
Yeah.
It's the chance that they have to play.
Yeah. They have to try.
Service over. 11-13. Service over.
Sometimes
14,
I think
11.
in sport you can want it too much, and you're trying so hard
to do all the right things.
Yeah.
And it's got to come natural.
Yeah. Oh. Well, net called first of all from Bo, and I'm not sure how Sonoda got that back. Good
Service
reactions.
over. 12-14.
Well, trying to serve out wide, something a little bit different. But look how Sonoda pounced on that.
He's quick.
He is.
Really good. Return of serve.
Good rally.
16-12.
Time is running out for the Danes.
I think you're right.
Hello.
Has been a wonderful career, though, together, hasn't it?
It has been fantastic.
I mean, the list of achievements, I don't want to write them off prematurely, but 55 tournament finals, 32 titles, 30 Super Series tournament finals. That's amazing, winning 16 Super Series titles.
Yeah, I was
Olympic medals.
interviewed for Danish TV earlier today,
13,
talking about
16.
these two guys, that this is the last tournament they play together. And they have been fantastic for Danish badminton.
Yeah,
And not since, I think, Thomas Lund and Jon Holst Christensen, we've had a pair performing as consistently in the top three
no,
as what these two guys have done.
yeah, I agree. Olympic medal, 2 World Championship medals, 5 European
Service over.
Championship medals,
17,
European Games gold
13.
medal, the first ever European
Yeah,
Games.
they played that one.
List goes on and on.
But they have been consistently in the top three for years and years.
Yeah. Well, to emphasise that point, at least one Super Series title. Super Series tournament final for 11 consecutive years. The only pair to qualify for
Service
all
over.
10
14,
Super Series
17.
finals.
Finals, yes.
They missed one, but they'd qualified for it. They missed one because of injury. Oh, between the legs. Yeah.
But the problem is that
Service
the
over.
defence can't withstand
18,
such a
14.
strong attack
No.
coming from SONODA and KAMURA. They simply just play that little bit better.
Two points away from defeat.
19,
2 points away from really what is the end of an era, I think, with this Danish men's doubles pair.
Oh, what a smash.
That's unbelievable. What a way to bring up match
20,
point opportunities.
Match point, 14.
Our Danish colleagues are sitting next to us in the booth next to us, and I think actually Jim Laugesen has left. I don't think he can stomach this.
Service over.
I think he's just feeling the emotions about this men's doubles pair.
15,
I'm
20.
sure many Danish fans are feeling likewise. It's not over yet. Oh, goodness me, that was a flat serve.
If you ever saw one.
Yeah,
16,
almost went downwards.
20.
Let's try one more. Yeah.
And again, yeah.
You can see where he was standing.
Oh, the net cord from Takeshi KAMURA. And it is indeed the end of an era. the end of the Mathias Boe and Carsten Mogensen partnership, a partnership that has achieved so much over 15 full years. This is their 16th year together, but this is the last ever time that we will see them on court in an individual tournament together. Because the victory has gone to Takeshi Kamura and Keigo Sonoda, 21-14, 21-16, a wave to the fans from Mathias Boe. Well, they have served their country proud, and they should be mighty proud of everything that they have achieved themselves. I know they're both carrying on playing, but for us, the fans, it's a little sad that we will no longer see Boe and Mogensen together in the men's doubles competition. So they take leave of centre stage for a final time. And we bid a farewell to them as a pair. What a pair they have been. But it's ended in the second round here at the All England. So the number 3 seeds, Takeshi Kamura and Keigo Sonoda, through to the quarter-final, and at the bottom half of the draw. So they will play against Han Chen-kai and Zhao Haodong, the number 7 seeds in the quarter-final tomorrow. The former champions, Hassan and Setiawan, also through, but a surprise quarter-finalist, Lamfus and Seidel from Germany. So that was the last match of the evening, and of course play today started for us with women's singles, and Sung Ji Hyung, who yesterday beat the number 5 seeds Pusala Venkata Sindhu, has backed it up today with another very good match, this time against Chung Eung-yi from Hong Kong. Came from 15-17 down in the deciding game, 6 of the last 7 points before winning through in an hour and 16 minutes. Then Go Vi Shem and Tan Wee Keong, the Olympic silver medalists, beat the winners of the German Open last week, Endo and Watanabe. They too had to come from behind in the opening game, 12-17 down, 9 of the next 10 points, and a close second game as well, as you can see. Akane Yamaguchi, last year's beaten finalist, was too good for the European Championship bronze medalist Amir Blickfeld. 2 games there in just under 40 minutes. Then it was an all-English affair in the mixed doubles, and the 2-time European and Commonwealth Games gold medalists Chris and Gabby Adcock had to come from a game down before winning in an hour and 2 minutes. Shrikant Ganami, the former world #1, beat the Asian Games gold medalist Jonathan Christie in 3 games. And then it was another mixed doubles, and this time it was disappointment for England because Go Sun Hwat and Siobhan Jaime Lai saved 5 game points in that second game before eventually winning it 26-24. Of course, the English pair were the seeds. Then it was the 2-time defending champion Tai Su Ying in the women's singles, who came from 1-8 down in the opening game to beat Zhang Bei Wen, representing the US of A. Then it was women's doubles, and the world champions Matsumoto and Nagahara were behind all the way in the opening game before they actually won it 24-22, a little more comfortable in the second game. Victor Axelsen, well, he was down at the start of the match, and what a good match it was against the young Chinese player Lu Guangzhou. But Axelsen, the former world champion, safely through to the quarter-final once more. He's never been beyond the quarter-final, but he's there once again, and a chance to progress further tomorrow against fellow Dane Jorgensen. Then the last match of the day was the battle of the World Championship silver medalists. The 2-time former champions BOE and MOGENSEN drew their career as a partnership to an end, because today they were beaten by KAMURA and SONODA in 2 straight games. It is the end of an era for BOE and MOGENSEN, but there's plenty more action to come from the All England Championships in Birmingham. It's quarterfinals tomorrow. Tomorrow we have 2 separate sessions. The first session is 10 a.m. The second session at 5 p.m. local time. That's 1700 GMT. So we look forward to your company tomorrow for quarterfinals. In the meantime, from Morton Frost and myself, Jill Clark, bye for now.